Alright guys, so I'm just giving you a little update on my son phone and Christiana high. Now guys, I see on the news yesterday where a parent at Ocherius High School, not high school, Ocherius Primary School, sorry, Ocherius Primary School, where a parent hit a teacher or beat the teacher, whatever the parent do to the teacher, over the same phone thing, right? Over the same phone thing. Guys, let me tell you something. You see, this phone thing that the children take into school, and some of the school, I don't know about all the schools, but some of the schools, some of them, it's a money-making thing. Trust me on that one, it's a money-making thing, because my child have to pay $50 for them to keep his phone, right? Okay, I remember when I took him to do orientation, and not the dean of discipline, it was the vice principal that was out on the front talking that the kids can take their phone to school, blah 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 blah, but they're supposed to leave it at the gate. Alright, she didn't say that they're supposed to leave it at the gate and pay $50, you know. But think about it and tell me if this is not scamming. Your child go to school with his phone, he have to pay $50 at the gate. So for instance, the school have 200 children, right? Which majority of these schools have more than that, because guess what? The Christiana High School is a shift school. It is a shift school. So for instance, they have 200 children. I'm not gonna say all the children have phone, because some parents can't afford it, but I'm putting it at 150. At 150 children that have phone and take it to school. Okay, you have to pay $50 for them to keep the phone per day. Come on people, do the maths now. So for instance, 150 children have phone, so you have to pay $50. That is $7,500. $7,500 per day that the school collect from these children. And tell me if them something here are not scamming. Now my son tell me that if you lost that piece of paper that they give you, that whatever they use to tag the phone, if you lost it, you have to pay what, $500?
If they lost it and none of the janitors them no find it, you have to pay $500 for replace the ticket.
Okay, you hear that guys? If you lost it and none of the janitors them don't find it, then guess what? You have to pay $500 to replace the ticket. No, you tell me if this is not highway robbery. You tell me if this is not highway robbery. But anyway, you see, because I don't want to be in any war with anybody, right? Because I don't condone war. But that teacher in Ochi, trust me, I'm not sorry for her. And the reason why I'm not sorry for her, as I said before in my previous video, things that can be avoided, we can avoid it. We can avoid it, because if you as the parents go for the phone and the teacher still hold on to the phone, why you hold on to the phone? Majority of these teachers do not know what it is like to have a child. Trust me on that one. Majority of them don't know what it is like to give birth. Right? A majority of them also, they are not teaching because it is something that they love. They just take up that profession because it put money in their pocket, right? They get paid to do it, right? But it's not something that they love. I believe that when you are a teacher, you're supposed to be the type of person that loves children. Love children, because guess what? It's when you love your children, you love your kids. Yes, they might do something and you punish them, but you're not going to punish them forever. Now these teachers want to punish the children them forever. Children will always be children, no matter what you do, no matter how you take it. Children will always be children, and children will always break some little rules. They will always break some little rules. But people, when you are going to say, so for instance, the child take the phone to school, they didn't leave it at the gate, they have it on them the first or the second day of the semester. And you're going to tell me that you're going to keep that child phone for the whole entire semester. No. Rules like that, if it is the education minister that put in that rule in school, it needs to go. And they're going to have a lot more problem with parents and their children and phone. They're going to have a lot more problem with it. Because rules like that need to go, right? If the parents go figure out the phone, because when I went up there, I told the security, I said, okay, I will need to speak to the dean of discipline, right? For her to give me the phone, I will make sure that I don't take my son, I don't let my son take the phone back to school, since that is a problem. And she said no. We went there yesterday because I decided that, you know what, I don't need my child to be in this environment, right? I might not be rich, but guess what? I'm a decent citizen. I am a decent citizen. So I decided that my child don't need to be in this environment. So you know what I do? I try and get him at you can carry your window down, Joshua. I tried to move him and put him into a different high school, a better high school. Because Christiana High School is nothing, right? It is nothing. So I decided to move him. I went there yesterday for a recommendation letter. And do you know what one of the teacher told me? The teacher told me that too bad, because Christiana is gonna lose one of their best students. People, when it comes on to me and discipline, I do not play. I don't play when it comes on to me and discipline. I have to discipline my child. And because I don't play with discipline, he knows the type of mother that he have. I don't have to beat my child to discipline him. But it's like this dean of discipline want to tell me that, guess what? You don't know how to discipline your child, so make me discipline him for you. You see, a lot of times in life, some children come up and hate people and all of them something there. You know why? Because of the way we deal with them. Even parents and all of that. And the way how we deal with our children. Because guess what? You see, if we show our children love, then guess what? That's what they're going to go by. Right? They're going to know what love feels like. Some of these teachers, dean of discipline, whatever they are, some of them, you know how they are? They use their mouth and they cow down people's children. They use their mouth to cow down people's children. Because that's what this dean of discipline does. The dean of discipline that is at Christiana High School. I have a little cousin that goes there, that attend that school also. And I hear my little cousin come home telling her parents that the dean of discipline telling them bad words. No, who does that? Who does that? We send our children to school for you. You're responsible for them while they're on the school compound. You see, after they leave the school compound and they're supposed to be going back home to their parents, you're not responsible for them anymore. So I don't see the reason why you should have that child phone. When I went up there yesterday to get the letter, so I went to the dean of discipline to collect the phone. And you know what she said? When you get the letter, then I will give it back to you. And you know what, people? You see, because I want my son to get a decent letter so I can transfer him, I just leave it alone. I just walked away. Because guess what? You see, things like that will make any parent's head chip. Things like that, will make any parent's head chip. And a lot more is going to happen to some of these teachers if they don't stop act like they're a God. If they don't stop acting as if they are God or they are police officers, because I saw them act like them a police officer. You are going to tell me now that you, right? You are the one who's supposed to discipline my child. And that's what you tell me now, Because if you take away my child phone, right, and I as a parent come to get it. For first thing you're gonna tell me, me not have no time to deal with nobody with phone now. But guess what? You did have time to deal with them with him by taking it away from him, don't it? You have time to deal with him by taking it away from him. And if I, as a parents, come to you, you see, majority of some of them teacher, yeah, let me tell you something, some bad things are going to happen to them. And because of the way them I deal with people, children. And then what really hurts is the fact that some of them don't even know what it feels like to give birth. Some of them don't know what it feels like to give birth. They don't know how, when you go to hospital to go push that child out, they don't know what it feels like. And every mother that have their children, that love their children, yes, you're going to discipline your children. But guess what? You're not going to take it over the limit. And that is what these teachers, these dean of discipline, and whoever they are, that is what they're doing. They're taking it over the limit. And things that can be avoided, they decided that they're not avoiding it because they're big and bad. A whole eat more or get beaten. Whole eat more or get beaten. But guys, I'm on my way to Christiana now to pick that letter up because I decided that my child is not going back there. I don't want him in that environment. I don't want no teacher to be cowing down my child with their mouth. Because when I tell my child that I'm going up there to get the phone, my child literally coming like him scared. Because based on what the dean of discipline I tell them about, if parents come up there and say anything and whatever, they might expel them from the school. What is Christiana High School? It's not even a permanent high school. It's a secondary school. It's a secondary school. So it's not like say it's a high school, one of them top high school. Right? And top high school teachers don't behave this way. Trust me on that one. Top high school, the teachers them have discipline. They know discipline. Trust me on that one. They know discipline. So I am on my way now to Christiana High School to get that letter because the teacher called me and tell me that the letter is ready. So I'm on my way there to get the letter. And guys, I'll let you know how it goes because my son told me that they say you have to pay $500 to get back the phone if they take the phone from you. So let's see. If they're going to tell me that I have to pay $500, then guys, you will hear about it. You will hear about it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, do you know that us as Jamaicans, we don't have any rights? Trust me on that one. I'm just giving you some more update on my child and his cell phone. Now guys, went to the school, get the letter, a recommendation letter to take to another school because I'm trying to get him into another school because to be honest, I don't really want him in that environment. The main reason why is just the dean of discipline. She don't have no manners. She don't know how to talk to nobody at all. Right? I do not want, my child is literally afraid of that woman. Literally afraid of her, you know. Literally afraid of her. And so, when I went to her to get the phone today, because I said, okay, my child is not coming back to the school. When I went to her to get the phone today, guys, she let me know that as a matter of fact, she's not dealing with any phone today. She's not giving out any phone today. So I said, okay. So I went to the principal. Right? I went to the principal and I tell the principal, as it is, and I tell the principal that I'm moving my child from the school. When the principal hear me say I'm moving the child from the school, you hear what the principal tell me say, him not tell the dean of discipline to give me back no phone. Honestly to God, that's what the principal tell me. He's not going to tell her to give him back the phone, not unless I write a letter stating that I'm pulling the child from the school permanently. Right? Remember, you know, this is just, all of this never called for. And, you know, when I hear the news last night about that one parent, that one teacher that got beaten by a parent, I look into it and I said, I know what it feels like. I know how that parent were feeling. Because you can just imagine, you went to the school, because we went to the school to talk to the dean of discipline. She disrespect us, right? So it's like, in other words, they're telling us that, okay, if something should happen to our children at school, then we don't have any right. We're not supposed to come there, come say anything. So why are we sending our children there? Why is our children going there for them to teach? Because if our children don't go there, they don't have a job. So why are we sending our children? That is a question I would love to ask. Because the kids don't have any rights. When the principal tell me that, and I went to the police station, I said, I want to know what my rights is. Right? The policeman said it's really out of their hand. I have to go to ministry. Right? Because what the policeman said, he don't know how policy can override law. And that is what is happening in Jamaica right now. Policy override law. And that is the reason why when I see them protesting on television, stating that, okay, this happened and they said they can't press charges. The police tell them that they cannot press charges because that's what was said on the television. That's what one of the teacher, I hear the teacher said, that the police said if they press charges against that woman, both of them are gonna be charged, both the teacher and the parent, because the policeman say he do not understand. Because the policeman said, I'm not the first person that come to them, you know. I am not the person. He said, just the other day, somebody else come to them. I am not the first person that come to them about this whole phone thing. And let me ask one question. What kind of school does this? All right. It's like you literally encourage the children to take the phone to school. Because you could say no phone allowed, period. None. Because everybody is doing face-to-face now. They don't have to be on their gadget at school to do any schoolwork. So, no phone allowed, period. But when I took my child for orientation, the vice principal was outside. A parent asked if children can take their phone to school. The answer was yes, but to leave it at the gate. But to leave it at the gate, guys, she did not say that they have to pay. And they have to pay $50. At Christiana High School, I don't know about any other school, but Christiana High School, you have to pay $50 for them to keep the phone. And if they pay the $50 for them to keep the phone, and okay, people. So people are the ministry are gonna tell me that it is school policy. Right? It's a school policy. When I went to the police station, because when I leave Christiana, because when the principal let me know that he's not going to tell the dean of discipline to give me the phone back, I went to the police station, because the police station is literally just a little bit above the school is just below the police station. So when I went to the police station, the policeman say it is out of their hand. So guess what? I have to take it to ministry, because they didn't know that when children when children take phone to school, they're supposed to pay for them to keep the phone. And people, let me tell you something. Don't get me wrong, it's not even about the phone. It's just the level of disrespect. The level of disrespect that they dish out to us as parents when we go there just to talk. Just to talk. And what these people do not know, what they don't know, because people might be saying, why are you going on social media with it? Guess what? First thing to begin with, the only thing my child have for Jamaica, he do not have dual citizenship. He's an American. He was born in the United States. Right? He was born in the United States. We chose, his father and I, we chose for him to go to school here in Jamaica, high school especially. He started prep school here, right? We had us to move from where we were, and we decided that, okay, he have 2 years left. I think it was 2 years or 1.5 years. We decided, okay, let's not get him into another prep school. Get him into a primary school. He graduated with some good certificate. right? It's not like he's a bad child. He is not a bad child, right? The letter that I just received from the school for him is, he was even saying to me, Mommy, I want you to frame this letter based on what the teacher write about my child. When I went to ministry is going to tell me that it is school policy. This is one school policy that needs to go. I said it before, it need to go. Because first thing to begin with, people, this school policy right here, where they're going to tell me that I'm not getting back the phone, first thing to begin with, what they do not know, if none school in Manchester or St. Elizabeth or anywhere else don't take my child, he do not have to go to school in Jamaica. This is one thing you people need to know. Him not have to go to school at Jamaica. Because the only thing my child have for Jamaica is a little piece of paper that says unconditional landing. That is the only thing my child have for Jamaica. When I give birth to him in the United States, when I take him back to Jamaica here, the only thing I do was get an unconditional landing for him. That he can be in Jamaica. For as long as ever, because I said I want him to go to school here. When it's college time, I'm gonna send him back to the United States so he can go to college. He can go to college in the United States because he want to go into the military. Right? He want to serve the United States, his country. So I'm just putting out this video to let Christiana High, Dean of Discipline, Principal, the whole on the way up there, make you know, say, guess what? You can't hurt my child. And I decided that he's not going back there. He's not going back there. He is not going back there. Because of just one thing. It's only one thing for me to do now. Buy a ticket and he head right back to the United States. That's not migrating or anything. Because that's where that is where he belong. At the same belong. That's where he belongs. I am sick and tired of Jamaica. As far as I can see, Jamaica, us as Jamaicans, we have no rights. No rights. Because I remember when I go to ministry, and I asked them, I said, is it a part of is it all of this is from ministry stating that when a child come to school with the phone, you're supposed to pay $50 for them to keep it? She said, no. So I said, isn't that scamming? She said, no, it's not scamming. When I went to the police station, the policeman said, that's scamming. The policeman said, that is scamming. The police lady looked at me and said, but the kid's not working. So how you're going to charge them? You're going to take money from them and they're not working. I said, yes. You see, this is what Jamaica is. This is what Jamaica is. And it's not even about the money, people. It's not even about the money. It's all about the principle. In Jamaica, you know the reason why Jamaican take up jungle justice at all time? Because they know that no matter what they do, they are not going to get any justice. No matter what they do, they are not going to get any justice. In the United States, things like this could never happen because first thing to begin with, they know that a lawsuit will be coming at them like when you see lightning flash. They know that a lawsuit will be coming at them. But because Jamaica, where Jamaica is concerned, where rules and regulation is concerned, oh God, we don't have it. People, we don't have it. We do not have it. We don't have it where rules and regulation is concerned. Because you as a principal, I come to you and I explain the situation. And, you know, when I told the principal that I'm taking my child from this school, you know what? The principal is like, when him hear that, him say, well, I didn't know that you were transferring the child. That's what he said, no. I'm just hearing that now. I didn't know that you're transferring the child. Well, I'm not gonna tell the dean of discipline to give you the phone back. That was his exact word. I'm not gonna tell the dean of discipline to give you the phone back. Not until you come with a letter stating that you are pulling the child from here permanently, or you get a letter from the school that is gonna take him. No, people, you tell me. It's like we don't have any rights, you know? We do not have any rights. We don't have no rights. As Jamaicans, we have no rights. None. But you know what? One thing I'm glad for, even if a school in Jamaica do not take my child, he do not have to go to school here. Because number one, he's not a bad child. He have never done anything bad at the school to say, well then, okay, they have red pen, I'm name, right? He has never, the letter that I got from the school, outstanding. The primary school that he do 2 year at the primary school in the community where I'm living, excellent, right? Excellent. For the 2 years that he went there, he comes second in his class. For the 2 years, he comes second when he was graduating in his class. For the 2 years. So Christiana High, if you're gonna try to sabotage my child, trust me, you can't do it. Because he don't have to go to Jamaica. He don't have to go to school here. He do not have to go to school here. But we chose to send him to school here in Jamaica because we're saying, okay, the high school education here in Jamaica is much better from in the United States. So I said, okay, let him go to high school in Jamaica. And then when it touched college, he go to college because he want to go in the military. So if I don't know try if you do, you can't stop him. Trust me on that one, you cannot stop my child. Care how hard you try, you can't stop him. Because it's like you are telling me, or the ministry is telling me that, guess what? That means to say, if my child is at a school and he's being hurt by anybody, right, it is my duty to continue to send him to this school to get hurt. That is how I see it. That is based on what they said to me. That is how I see it. I'm supposed to send him there. But guess what? I already take him out of the school and he's not going back there. So I'm going to see if Andrew Holness, which is the Prime Minister, or Faye, whatever her name is, I don't even remember her name, which is the Education Minister, I'm going to see if they're going to come to my house and pull him out of my house and carry him to Christiana High. Me already get a letter of recommendation from the school, you know. So guess what? That letter of recommendation can go anywhere. Can me already get it? Right? He is not a Jamaican citizen. He's an American citizen. So a lot of people probably don't know. He is an American citizen. So he don't have to. Right? And I am standing up for my child's right. That is what I am doing right now. Standing up for my child's right. Because he have rights too. He have rights too. That's what I am doing. And this is the reason why Jamaica will never better. No care how hard we try, Jamaica will never better. Because you have some decent citizens in Jamaica, but you have some people, they are not coming from nowhere. Because first thing to begin, the Dean of Discipline, she not come from, you can say she not come from nowhere. And I'm talking about the Dean of Discipline at Christiana High School. She's not coming from nowhere. Guys, if you have ever hear how that woman talked to me today, right? How she talks to me today. You can't say she not come from nowhere. I don't want a dean of discipline like that to discipline my child. Because first thing to begin with, she can't discipline herself. So how am I going to make somebody like she discipline my child? So guys, you know what? As far as I see, this is the end of this story. I'm not even going to go back to them for that phone. All I'm going to do is I'm going to buy my child another phone. That's all. Simple. So they can keep it, they can take it, and both the dean of discipline and the principal can take it and sell it and share the money. Yeah, take it, sell it, and share the money.